The Giants and Jets just wrapped up joint practices, and we're going to tell you everything you need to know. I know it's the Giants channel, but there are going to be a lot of Jets fans in the comment section watching today's show. So I want to know, who is the better fan base? Is it Big Blue or is it Gang Green? Welcome in to New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green, and with joint practices here, that means the real NFL season is right around the corner. On today's video, we're going to recap everything you need to know at practice, how the Giants' offensive line looked, how the Jets' pass rush looked, and so much more. Before we do, let's start with some housekeeping notes. Injury news. A couple of players did not practice today for the Giants, including Malik Nabers. Brian Daboll says Jalen Hyatt, Daquan Felton, Nabers, Scadaboo, Trey Hawkins, Drew Phillips, and Evan Neal will not practice today versus the Jets. Quote, all the guys that are not practicing today are rehabbing. And then Connor Hughes kind of sent out I don't want to say cryptic tweet. I just felt like it didn't really paint the picture fully. Saying Malik Nabers not practicing is very noteworthy. He was practicing fully, came out, then did not return. Does he mean he came out to practice today and did not return? Because Brian Daboll said before practice he was not practicing. So if the coach says before practice he wasn't practicing, how was he out there fully? Said after that practice on 8-6 that it was not a big deal. Not great. Look, I don't think there's anything more to this injury. I think Connor Hughes' tweet also could be taken multiple ways. I'm viewing it as he came out to practice on 8-6 and said it was a part of the plan, and that's when he came back out. Look, the Giants clearly have a plan for Malik Nabers. They're taking it slow. They don't want to overwork him, and they just want to make sure he's ready to go week one. I'm totally cool with that. Put him in bubble wrap, and he'll be ready to cook whatever DB lines up across him week one for Washington. Bobby Skinner of Giants Nation show. He was boots on the ground at practice, saying Giants offense, 7-on-7 drills versus the Jets. Russell Wilson was 6 of 8. Jaxson Dart, 6 of 6, perfect in 7-on-7s, saying highlights for both were nice corner route throws, Wilson to Bo Collins, and Dart to Montreal Washington. Bo Collins working with the first-team offense as Malik Nabers was not out there, and Dart and Washington continue to grow on that chemistry that they've been brewing. Connor Hughes saying Justin Fields has completed 3 straight passes to Garrett Wilson in 7-on-7s, and Deonte Banks was in coverage on all of those, struggling with that assignment. Not great news for Deonte Banks. He has not had that great of a training camp. I didn't think he looked all that good against the Buffalo Bills. And I understand Garrett Wilson's one of the best in the business, but when you're a CB in this league, you got to guard the best of the business. And if you're giving up 3 catches on 3 targets, that's usually not a good sign. Not a good sign either is the way the Giants' offensive line played today in 11-on-11s. They struggled against that New York Jets pass rush. They've got some guys up there. They've got some dudes, and I know the Giants are without Andrew Thomas, but they ultimately failed the test today against them. Did not look good. Ralph Vacchiano providing some context, saying on the first 4 plays of full-team drills, Giants quarterback Russell Wilson was sacked twice by the Jets defense, had a pass batted at the line of scrimmage, and was forced to scramble, albeit for a big gain. Probably not the start the Giants were hoping for. Giants offensive line looked good in preseason week 1 against the Buffalo Bills, but this joint practice and the one coming later this week was always going to be the first test for this team. I get it. No 78. You don't got your best player out there. But there's a world where he's not ready to go, and a guy that has a long injury history, maybe he gets injured again. And it can't just be if 78's here, not here, we're going to be in trouble, and they were a little bit today. Connor Hughes saying this, Justin Fields with a big play to Tyler Johnson for a first down. But the play wouldn't have counted. Abdul Carter came screaming into the backfield, rushing at defensive tackle. Believe he beat AVT Elijah Vera Tucker, tapped Justin Fields. Beating Vera Tucker isn't easy. Carter is absurd. And the people that run the New York Jets Twitter account, you guys are frauds. They posted this exact clip, but they posted it with the start of it being Justin Fields already outside the pocket. They cut out the part where Abdul Carter dominated their very talented offensive lineman, and it made it look like it was a big play. You guys are frauds and losers for that. Jordan Renan saying, I had Russell Wilson 2 of 8 passing with several sacks and a penalty prior to the final period in 11-on-11s. A reminder, that this offense is likely to struggle if they don't have Malik Nabers. But as Wilson said, the first day of joint practice was an experience, and it was a good sign they had an answer. Look, if you don't got Malik Nabers, you don't have Andrew Thomas, you're down your best two players. And if you take the best two players off of any offense in the NFL, they're going to struggle. And the Giants, they did a little bit, but it got better as the day went on. Bobby had a couple of different stats, 5 of 10 for Russell Wilson with 2 touchdowns. Jaxson Dart, 11 of 17 with a touchdown. Best ball came in red zone period to end practice where all TDs came. Wilson to Theo, Slayton, and Dart to Zach Pascal. A lot of would-be sacks from the move the ball period. What is the move the ball period? That's where you drive the entire you try to put a drive together. Driving the length of the field. Drive the field, period. So, look, nothing too special from Dart. Nothing bad. Giants offense struggled, but it's all about how you finish. And the Giants offense, they finished nicely. Renan saying, after a really rough afternoon, the Giants' first-team offense finishing strong in a red zone period. 3 straight touchdowns. Theo Johnson in traffic, Devin Singletary run, and a Darius Slayton catch. So, slow start, but they got to build up, and they finished at the end, and they finished strong. That's what you want to see. Hughes saying this. Very interesting practice for Jets quarterback Justin Fields. He finished 7 of 12 with a touchdown. 5 of 5 to start practice, then 0 of 4. Finished 2 of 3 with really impressive TD to Jeremy Ruckert in red zone. Starter 18-yard line. The offensive performance was a bit alarming in the move the ball period of practice. Fields and company had 3 attempts to get downfield. They didn't gain a first down. Only gained yards twice. 2 short Breece Hall runs. 3 sacks. 3 sacks. That needs to be fixed. Giants defense toyed with the New York Jets during that period. And that's what you want to see. If the Giants are going to be the team that we are hoping they can be this year, it's going to be because their defense is one of the best in the National Football League. Number 0, number 97, number 5, number 51. They have to carry you. And it was nice to see in the drive the ball periods, they absolutely dominated the New York Jets defense. Nick Filato, who covers the Giants, saying Marcus Bowe has looked good so far in practice against the Jets. Had 2 quality 1v1 wins and held his own in pass protection in 11-on-11s. One of his best pass blocking reps was so good that Jaxson Dart was able to tuck the ball and find about 8 yards on the deck off his block. There's been a lot of Marcus Bowe hype going around, and deservedly so. I thought he's had a good camp. I thought he looked good in pass protection against the Buffalo Bills. And the Giants, they're due to hit on an offensive lineman in the NFL draft. Will Parkinson, who was at practices today, saying Brian Burns has been unbelievable. He got Mbu there, their first-round offensive lineman pick. Insane burst off the edge. Olu Fashanu held up well against Carter, lined up as a traditional edge. So Brian Burns making work of the rookie and saying that Olu Fashanu got the best of Abdul Carter. I'll say this, though. Aaron Glenn, he was impressed with Abdul Carter, saying after practice to the media, he's a grown man. He didn't shock anybody by some of the things that he could do. He's a damn good football player. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear what we see. And we see Abdul Carter being a special player on the football field. And when you get a non-biased coach like Aaron Glenn, who was good in the NFL when he played, and he was around Aiden Hutchinson for a couple of years, and he says those type of things about Abdul Carter, that's music to my ears. Javon Holland had a nice play as well. A Peanut Tillman punch-out, forcing a fumble on a catch for a New York Jet, but it was a turnover. And I think the Giants got on top of it. A nice punch-out to force a fumble. Giants have to find a way to create more turnovers. That's why you signed Javon Holland. That's why you signed Paulson Adebo. You got to get your hand on the football more and take it away. Good to see Holland doing that at practice this afternoon. Couple more thoughts on joint practice, but this t-shirt, this Nike Giants t-shirt, it is on sale. Chatsports.com/Big Blue Sale. Go to this link, chatsports.com/Big Blue Sale. Say that 10 times fast. Chatsports.com/Big Blue Sale. That link will be clickable down in the comments and description of today's show. Connor Hughes recapping the red zone period for the Jets. Brian Burns sack. Play not blown dead, so complete to Breece Hall. Well, it's a sack, so who gives a shit what happened after that? Then a Braylon Allen run for no gain. Then a Darius Alexander sack. Finally, we've been waiting for the rookie out of Toledo to show us what he's about. Then an incomplete Justin Fields pass, and then, unfortunately, a gorgeous sidearm throw for a TD, Fields to Rucker. But good stuff from Burns, good stuff from Alexander. The Giants' run defense showing up as well. Emory Hunt, who covers the NFL for CBS Sports, just giving some takeaways on practice, saying he was primarily focused on the Jets' offense versus the Giants' defense. Jets have an impressive QB and running back room. Depth and talent is good. Giants' D-line gave Jets fits all practice long. Early on, the Jet quarterback had consistent success at the intermediate level, and Javon Holland had a great day. This offense for the Jets, it felt the pressure of the Giants' defensive line. And that's what you want to see. More from Emory Hunt saying, Giants edge rushers lived in the backfield. Red zone period, Russell Wilson had an amazing tight window TD throw to Theo Johnson. Taylor Martinez excelled throughout the day. Fields and Cook both had solid red zone periods. Giants offense started slow, but Russell Wilson and this team, they finished strong in the red zone. It's been an area this team has not been able to consistently put up touchdowns since that 2022 season. They're one of the worst red zone offenses in 2023, one of the worst in 2024. When you get in the red zone, you got to get 6. Good teams score touchdowns, bad teams score field goals. Got to find a way to put 7 on the board. Last thought here from Emory Hunt. I thought Jets wide receiver Arian Smith had a good day getting open and catching the ball. Giants D made running the ball extremely tough. Barely any, if at all, chunk plays on the ground. Fields consistently hit tight windows throws, was beating coverage early in practice. That's good to hear because there's been a lot of concern coming from me and a lot of people that cover this team that the Giants' run defense has not looked good. And with the Jets being a team that wants to run the football, have a physical mindset, they were able to do that and slow them down. That's good stuff. Some thoughts from Bobby Skinner as well. Can we put this photo full screen real quick just because my eyes are bad and I can't see it? Saying Giants defense with a ton of sacks, plus Fields didn't push the ball down the field with much success despite completing early passes. Burns, Dexter, and Abdul Carter, the stars of the group. Russell Wilson and first-team offense struggled a lot with pressure and sack. Finished the red zone period strong with touchdowns to Theo Johnson and Darius Slayton. Jaxson Dart had an up and down day. Nothing amazing or terrible. Marcus Bowe continues to do well. Special teams drills were intense like that. I just don't think Wan'Dale Robinson is going to have the year everyone thinks. The quick game isn't there anymore, and he's not a great target downfield. Giants defense with a ton of sacks. Fields didn't push the ball down the field with much success despite completing early passes. Burns, Dexter, and Abdul, the stars of the group. That's what it's got to be. That's how you're going to win football games. If you want more videos like this where we're just reacting to practice and getting all the information we can across Twitter, hit that thumbs up icon and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. When the Giants come back this week with joint practices, we'll be doing another video. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram @MarshallGreen_.